Right then, sorry about the delay there. I had problems on my end that I had to solve, and I've just solved them. So, yeah. So when you're ready, please give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and all that stuff, and we will get going. You're on mute, by the way, in case you don't know. Hello.
Hello.
Tempest, can you hear me?
Phone.
Ah, okay, no worries, that's fine. Right. So give me a countdown for when you want the timer to start, and I will start the timer. Introduce yourself, introduce her, and all that stuff, obviously.
Okay. That sounds good. Fellas, you ready?
I'm Reggie Ice. Are you Reggie Steel?
I mean, I guess.
I'm Reggie to rock.
Hey!
Oh I love
There
it.
is just an ad break at the moment. Just wait like 10 seconds.
I'm really close the game, man.
I know, but like, I forgot about the intro.
Why you forgot?
I forgot
Okay.
because I'm stupid.
So bad. L.
The community should be back. Twitch has told me that the ads are finished, so we should be
Extra
okay. We should be
finito.
back.
Yeah, the ads are done, at least
So-
on my side too.
So that's a nice Xbox One screen. Hey.
There it is. The classic Capcom logo.
Classic Capcom logo, yep.
Oh, you already have
Also
this.
tech.
Do I not need to
what do you think?
share screen? Do I not need to share my game feed?
Absolutely. I don't want to have this delay for 2 million.
Okay,
Look at
fine.
that. How long is that? That's
We're good.
crazy, man.
We're good. We're fine then. Let's get on with this.
Exactly. Look at my homies. Funny enough, they are never seen in this game, except from the cutscenes.
Yeah, and that scene right there with like all of the colors of them like got removed from the Legacy collection. It's only for this one version.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So
And
that
it's-
means since we are playing on the emulator instead of the Xbox One, you can see the colors. Yay!
That's true, I guess. For what it's worth, they should have appeared in Extreme 2. That game is That game is based. I may or may not be biased.
Did they actually show up in Extreme 2?
Iris did.
Oh, yeah, I know Iris. But
Colonel got mentioned by name.
I mean, Extreme 2 is on the Game Boy, right?
yeah,
Game Boy Color.
color.
Yeah. So would that even fit on the cartridge?
I see what you mean. Yeah, dude, just imagine putting general sprites like on the Joy-Con.
Oh, good God, help. His fate is sealed. He has no choice of height.
No choice.
No choice. Everyone's small.
I think they can still hear you somehow, by the way.
We can all hear each other. You're already on screen, by the way. What are you doing?
Yeah, you're already on stream.
Oh my God.
This
Sorry about
guy.
that. All right.
Let's go.
Hi, everybody. Okay, let's get this thing going. Sorry about that. I'm
Why
not
are
gonna
you
do
like
it.
this?
I don't know, man. Hello, friends and fellow gamers. My name is TempestMask1000, and thank you all for being so patient. I know not just myself, but like everyone's been having a bit of a day here, but hopefully it's all going to be worth the wait. This is going to be Mega Man X4. This is a game that I picked up as a way to get myself into the mainline Mega Man X speedrunning stuff, and yeah, I just figured, it's a really, really cool game. One that I think a lot of people should check out for themselves. Probably one of the finest of the PlayStation 1 trilogy, really. And, yeah, I'll be doing a very interesting category for you all in Ultimate Armor any percent, which the simple way to describe it is we'll be playing as X, but it won't be as you usually know of it. We'll talk more about that as we get into things, but I'm going to have my commentators introduce themselves. We got the wonderful Yatagami NL here.
I am the internet funny guy.
And Chair G Tables, a Zero runner.
Yo, what's up? Yeah, I'm Chair G Tables. I run more towards the zero category, but I'm over here. You know, I'm pretty much familiar with the X category, and I know we're gonna have a great time right here, especially with the Ultimate Armor.
So you play the better character and decide to do commentary over here. That's crazy, but you're welcome.
What do you mean better character?
Don't worry about it.
All right, but for real, we're gonna get this show on the road here.
Okay,
really
before
quick-
we get the show on the road very quickly, Tempest, can you boost your mic up a bit, please?
You got it. Mega Man X4. Okay,
And can you just give Discord a quick boost as well?
you got it.
So the real question is, on what controller are you playing on?
So funnily enough, my Xbox controller.
Fair. Because did you know I play all my Mega Mans on the arcade stick? I am that build different.
Oh,
Don't play
oh, you
X7 on the arcade stick. It's no.
That sounds like
Yeah, because
oh,
you
bad
need
time.
analog movement, but like, you know, the fight stick only has like 8 directions.
No, that is fine. 9 directions.
Oh?
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah, audio sounds fine.
Definitely
Okay,
sounds-
so get started if you want now.
You
Well,
better
not if you
believe
want.
I will.
Actually, just get started.
Oh, no,
Because
no.
we've already wasted enough time.
I know. Okay, so the most important thing about starting this run is making sure that we have the Ultimate Armor code. So let's go ahead and recite the incantation to make sure that we have the Ultimate Armor code. And that, my friends, is going to be circle, circle, left, 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 and then L1, R2, start. If we have that correct, then X will start off in a slightly different color, and then we will have a run. So let's make sure we got that just right. Otherwise, I will have to quickly reset. But here we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, and go. Here's hoping. Come on.
Woo!
Ganbaa.
Oh, let's go!
Let's get some
Ganbaa.
clappers in the chat.
Okay, we got
Also, banger song alert.
Mhm.
Let that be the right spawn. Oof!
Oh, that's
shoot.
not
Okay.
that's not the right
Okay.
not the right code.
Sorry, we gotta do that one more time.
I'm fumbled already.
Oh man. Okay.
Unacceptable. I'm just joking.
Unacceptable.
No. You have every right to shame me for that. Trust me.
Pam doesn't press buttons correctly. It's crazy.
Yeah, it do be like that. That's marathon luck for you. Okay. All right. Let's just do that one more time.
So that was that was not an incentive, but that is code failed %. I hope you like that showcase.
True.
All right, don't forget to stream it on here.
No problem. And I apologize. I apologize. in
That is the
advance.
only thing. Oh yeah, my bad, or your bad actually. But that's the only
true.
thing that is good about Mega Man X7 is that it saves your controls, so you don't have to do this every single run.
This is true. Oh wait, I didn't even have to reset. I forgot that this game has a built-in quit. Nobody knows that though, because who usually does? Anyway.
All right, let's get the code right.
Nope, that's not. Okay, hold on. This time for real. That actually wasn't it either.
Bro is not cooking.
So I'm gonna show off the quit menu. It's press select. Here. And then select that. Yeah. Sorry about that, Insta. Then now it's really unacceptable.
Yeah, don't forget.
We're all waiting.
Hello.
You know what they say, third time's a charm.
Third
It's
time's
circle
the charm.
twice, left 6 times, L1 and R2.
That's right. So it was a circle. I knew it was a circle. I just don't know what happened. Wait, no, I do know what happened. Okay. This time for real. This time I know it. BB, left, 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 left. And 3, 2, 1, go.
So what color does he need to be? Dark blue?
Pink,
He
purplish,
needs to
actually.
have purple. Yeah, on his
Purplish?
limbs it has to be purple because in the ultimate armor form, his limbs are purple.
Oh yeah,
That's
true.
correct. And I know for a fact I got it right, and I'll explain why. We got it.
There we go!
Hey.
Sorry about the audio, though. We are emulating, and now the game wants to punish me. Alright, here we go. So, welcome to Mega Man X4, and here's how the physics work in this game. So, unlike previous Mega Man titles, X now has the ability to carry his dash momentum into jumping so that you don't have to actually start from the ground. This is actually preferred because the game does slow you down a little bit. It gives you a little bit of a startup period, so there's really no point in, like, trying to let yourself lag behind too much because otherwise it just goes and, it eventually adds up time. Like, eventually time lost, basically. So, holding down the dash button is indeed the way to be. And now we're going to go ahead and proceed through the rest of Sky Lagoon, which sadly got destroyed by a giant mechanaloid, which we will be confronting very soon. But for now, I'm going to pass it out over my commentators because I think I've done enough stalling.
Oh,
all
like,
good.
it's crazy.
Yeah, right now this is essentially the intro stage. It's gonna be quite quick. There's gonna be a hole right here, but you could totally skip it just by jumping at the last moment. And just like that, we're already at the boss. This boss right here is pretty easy. What really matters is the RNG, but you gotta know that the iframes for this boss is pretty short. So if you don't do a fully charged shot, you could actually do a lot more damage just because you're shooting a lot faster right here.
Tempest, is there anything you can do about your mic volume? Because it's
I think I just
quite
fixed
low.
that.
Let me have a listen.
I just changed my game volume. Or sorry, not yeah, gain volume, not game, gain. G-A-I-N. Spelling. It counts.
It counts, man. You have to save it for the test.
So, it sounds fine now. There we go. Sounds okay.
Yeah, there we
Also,
go.
Also, it's pretty cool seeing the boss die at, like, when it's doing its swipe attack. Haven't really seen that one where it just dies at that frame.
Yep.
True. Very true. Okay.
He's
So-
just posing, man.
Region's my favorite intro boss of the X series, by the way. Reminds me so much of the Mecha Dragon from Mega Man 2, except its design is just very hardcore, and I love it so much.
Yeah, it's so cool. And he gets its own theme song, too.
Exactly! It's the best
is
theme
true.
of the game.
So yeah, we haven't talked about what the purpose was of the intro stage. The intro stage is pretty much to get you a little bit used to the controls and showcasing what you can expect in the game.
Yeah. Alright, and
Only
here
an
we
X
go.
thing.
Cyber Peacock. He
Peacock.
lives in the cyberspace and wants to destroy the network system! Let's go!
Hey! I didn't know this was a rap battle. The heck?
Alright, and here we go. So the reason why we're starting off with Cyber Peacock is because we want to get the ultimate armor as fast as we can. And with this stage, this is like, you know, the quickest you could get on the way. Rather than going to something like Web Spider and then you have to go over to the right. Plus that means you can go to Magma Dragoon and get the fire power up.
Okay, that's one.
Uh-oh.
That's fine. We can accept
one.
that. This one is not as tight as the first segment, so it's perfectly acceptable.
True that. Alright, so what we want is a S rank on the last one, because the first one gives you like, what was it? Hard tank?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
hard
life
con-
up. I
hard
usually
contain-
refer to it as a
yeah.
life up.
Yeah.
You got a life up, then energy tank, and now
and
this is
then
the capsule.
armor.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
how that works with the ultimate code is there are 4 capsules, but you only need to grab 1.
Nope.
That's exactly. Oh no! Yeah. If,
I juked myself.
Why
I'll
did you
explain that.
shoot it, man?
That's I don't know, man.
oh no. We have
Shaking
to
my
make sure
head.
we get an S rank for this one. So yeah, we take the damage boost right there, so we could get past those guys. So yeah, you cannot really kill them because all you'll do when you shoot them is you push them forward. And here we go. We're gonna get right into the ultimate armor.
There we go.
Alright.
We didn't just get the Jordans, we got the power suit. We got the true Iron Man experience right here, folks. Oh man, this is what makes the category so much fun. And
Yeah,
let me
the
tell you,
ultimate armor.
that I'll let Cher tell you
Be
instead.
silent. What is that?
Let's hear it, Tempest. How fun is this?
Exactly.
It's fun. I mean, it's super fun. The only downside is you got to deal with the plasma shot, of course. So, yeah, okay, I guess I'll explain it. Ultimate Armor is going to give X all of his armor buffs in one shot. Whoops. And the idea is that he has a few things that the fourth armor, or Force Armor, as I believe it's officially called, doesn't. Particularly the ability to use multiple Nova Strikes, which is basically the replacement for the Giga Crash. The idea is that you charge into an enemy and you deal a lot of damage to it. So the only snafu is you can't perform a Nova Strike if you're in the middle of dash momentum. So if I want to use Nova Strikes for so much as platforming for that matter, I can't be in the middle of some sort of a dash thingamajig, and words are hard right now, but yes, we got Cyber Peacock here. He's going to try and strike us with a bunch of tail feathers, I guess it is, and then we're just going to charge into him no problem.
So that is pretty much what you're gonna see the entire run when it comes to boss battles. There are a couple of different things to do better damage than just a Nova Strike, but I will let Tempest do his finger things, it's fine.
Yeah. And
Well-
it's really cool.
You know. Sorry, go ahead, Chair, though.
No, I was just gonna say it's really cool because you get to see that a lot of bosses can be taken out much quicker using the Nova Strike rather than their own weaknesses. Especially since a lot of bosses have like their own special animation, which actually takes a lot more time. But the Nova Strike does a lot of damage and does not play any of their special animations.
Heck yeah.
But we got Ken at home.
The Irregular Hunters. Oh my goodness. What
Yeah,
are
the
they?
Irregular Hunters. That's right. That
Irregular.
screen right there is so in the Japanese version, the Mavericks are called Irregulars. I mean, the Maverick Hunters are called Irregular Hunters. So
Yeah.
I think for this specific case, they forgot that they were supposed to be called a Maverick.
It's just localization, man. They didn't have to like forget or anything. They just needed to make one minor change, and yet I guess they just didn't have to for the other text boxes because the stage select screens that talk about the background stories, yeah, they don't really have those localization like. I can't. English is hard right now. They don't usually have the localization differences, and so far, I'm just thinking to myself, maybe there was no initial incentive among the development team to change it per se, but like, yeah, I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. It was probably just a simple mistake, and we just find it funny for that reason. I don't know. Could be anything really, because this was around the time when, you know, PS1 games could be known for such infamous goof-ups. This is practically minor, though, compared to some of the real infamy that was seen in some PS1 titles.
Yeah. I mean, we also got the very cool Iris cutscene, but we won't be seeing that with the Ultimate Armor
I'd
run.
love to show it off, but I just don't think I have the file to do so right now.
Oh.
Hadouken!
Yeah, so Magma Dragoon, well, he just died, but this is a very clear reference to Akuma from Street Fighter. He has pretty much all the moves except the Tatsumaki Senpukya.
Yeah, I wish we had a Tatsu in Mega Man X. That's what a lot of people figured would have happened in X3 had it not been for the golden armor.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Makes
We
sense
tried
to
to
me
do
anyway.
something new.
I
It's
mean,
almost-
in the end, we got Mega Man Cross Street Fighter.
Oh, true.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
I mean, hey, whatever you, I'm gonna say this. Any opinions felt about that game are perfectly valid. I have never played it myself, but to me, it always seemed like a cool idea that somebody's fan project was officially licensed by Capcom. So at the very least, you gotta understand that that in itself is kind of neat.
Yeah, TBH, I think that is really cool.
So now that I hear this, we're gonna do a collab stream playing that game for the first time. Okay, technically not for the first time, but I'm down to do so.
Yeah. So, at this point, we are now moving into what most people usually think of as the starter stage, except, nah, in truth, that's more for any percent. Magma Dragoon is usually picked as the first selection for the... Whoop!
Oh no!
I bonked.
No way! I thought we were playing Mega Man, not Crash Bandicoot. That's crazy.
Oh, I am so in for the time of my life right now.
Yeah, you can see right there, like, you hit the wall, but you can still do the Nova Strike to recover from that speed loss, just because you are not in the dash momentum. As long as you're not doing a dash, you can still perform the Nova Strike in the air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're wondering why we're not just like exactly spamming Nova Strike for every single moment, it's because by the end of the Nova Strike, you are not in. You basically lose all of your horizontal momentum right there. So doing regular dashes is still somewhat better. You mostly just use it in order to get past like a series of enemies.
Yeah, it's pretty deceiving. Like, the record of this category is somewhere around sub 38 minutes by the GOAT Dante, aka SC Weeb 1, but for what it's worth, getting used to the movement is knowing when to do a difference between your normal dashes and using your Nova Strike, because putting it at the wrong time actually does slow you down. I would know this from personal experience.
And coming right up is Web Spider. So if you're wondering why we didn't get the slash beast weakness for this boss, is because you can do a glitch where you're staying at the top side of the stage, and you can use the Nova Strike to get past all of the iframes that Web Spider has.
It's pretty tough to do if you don't know the setup, though, so no shame if you are trying to learn this run and yet you're having a bit of a hard time yourself. But we'll show it off right there. That's a good example.
Yeah, and just like that, yeah.
Yeah, it won't be enough to do the
set
quick
up-
kill there, but it'll be good to at least kill him pretty soon.
Yeah, and just like that, you know, we're already in the second phase. But yeah, if you set it up right, dude, like, it takes out like half the health, and it's like really huge.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get it within the boss refights. It's no big deal otherwise. But
Yeah,
for
just like
now,
that, that's
yeah, we're looking pretty good on Maverick killing here, but we got one more to go before we get to the halfway point of things. We'll talk about that in a bit, though. But yeah, back to chair.
yeah. So yeah, now we got the Web Spider power up, and with that we basically get to have access to it creates a wall, and it lets us do a wall jump within the air. And we kind of need that in order to collect the item at the top right of the stage.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I think we just had a quick friendo jump in. So, folks, allow me to formally introduce my third commentator to the group, the one and only Ultra Uberness. How you doing, sir?
How's it going, man? I wasn't trying to interrupt, so.
Oh, no, you're good.
I was supposed to speak, man.
Glad to have you here.
Yeah, man. I love X4.
It's a great game.
I try to get everybody to run it, so.
Yeah. True. All right,
Wait,
so
what?
we're in
Hold on,
Frost
what was his
Walrus
tag?
stage.
Oh yeah, this is an any percent run, so we don't exactly have to collect that one.
Yeah, no, not at all.
It's not exactly an important one. It's only a tank that allows you, when you game over, you start with 4 extra lives and not 2.
Yeah, pretty much. It's very weird because it appeared in all the PS1 games, but like, I guess they just loved the sprite so much that they didn't want to not use it or something like that. And now for everyone's favorite boss. Just joking. He's got a nasty case of RNG to him, though, and it's all a matter of trying to know when you can hit him enough times around like that. There we go. That wasn't too terrible, but, you know, could have been much better.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Too true, Yato, too true.
A lot of runners just spend a lot of time trying to manipulate his RNG, and it doesn't work.
Yeah. One fun fact about this section of the level is that you notice how there's a completely different theme going on now. This is like one of the only notable instances of this happening in any of the... X, can you jump? There we go. I was gonna say, Maverick stages. This is practically one of the only times we really see that being a thing, so it's pretty cool. Aside from that, I am unfortunately using the aiming laser right now, so I actually have to find a way to get out of it, just like that. One quirk about the aiming laser that we get from Cyber Peacock, and one of the downsides of doing this stage first, is that if you happen to have it equipped at the wrong time and it targets an enemy, you can't switch out of it until the laser is fully disengaged, and we got iced.
Yeah, getting the eyes kind of wastes a bit of time because you have to wait for that transition to happen.
It's a shame. Oh, Jer, it's time to do the thing.
Oh. Well, here he is. It's our favorite character. Shoutouts to Frost Walrus.
Shoutouts to Frost Walrus.
He's just a big guy with a big heart. So you can see right here, first we started off with a couple of Nova Strikes. And then when he's right there at the corner, yeah, we have to wait it out until he's at the corner. And then that's when we can start using his weakness because he does the... And then just like that, we can... Yeah!
He does the oosh oosh.
Yes! Yeah, because when he does it, he's just staying at the corner. He's not moving. If you do that like in a later time, you know he's gonna do the and he's just sliding off the ground.
Oh, this is beautiful already.
Help.
You have no idea how many times I've been trying to get Cher on commentaries just to recreate that wonderful moment from Slurpathon. Shout out to Slurpy Ninja.
Shout out to Slurpy Ninja.
Oh, man.
Every time you ask me to get on commentary, it's usually when something is happening. Like yesterday, like it was supposed to happen yesterday, and I was doing something else.
But then something got in the way.
I see. And
Anyway,
it turned out better for myself too.
All right, Ultra, can you please talk about Colonel right here?
Yeah. So Colonel right here, for the 0 runs, you don't actually have to fight this guy. Well, at least for this, after you beat like 4 Robot Masters or Mavericks in this case, because when you play a 0, you just watch an anime cutscene, and just like that, Colonel's already dead. All you just have to do is just use Nova Strike and a Frost Tower, because those does a lot of damage towards him.
Yeah.
The funny thing with Colonel, though, really quick, is that his iframes reset every time he changes stances. So you can actually double hit a lot of times when he stands in his sword pose, and then he goes in his diagonal pose. So when you hit him like that, it just double hits every time.
Yeah.
And now for F-Zero Stingray. I mean, what?
What do you think about this stage? I at least like this better compared to the X5 one.
Yes,
oh my
Bolt
God.
Kraken is easily the worst case of this one, or as some of the OGs would know, Squid Adler.
Why are y'all like this? It's a fine stage except for the beginning.
Yeah, I would agree. Oh, frick!
No!
See? Put some respect on Bolt Kraken, man.
Yeah, but with Volt Kraken though, or the OGs call it Squid Adler.
Way better,
That
maybe.
one actually, we could quickly bring this one up. It turns out that Allison Court was the original translator of X5, and her husband at the time just happened to be a Guns N' Roses fan, so she was convinced to do it for him. And fun fact, too, is that Allison Court was the original Claire Redfield from RE2.
Oh, really? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, it's actually sick.
It's really cool. I thank Some Call Me Johnny for giving me that factoid.
Oh my god. Well, I'm
I was just saying, I know
glad
some
to
people
learn
are-
about that.
I was just gonna say real quick. I know some people are wondering why you're jumping all the time. The reason being for the bike is that you can actually push the screen forward when you dash. So you like push the screen a little bit forward more every time instead of just riding out the entire map
Oh.
like that.
Doing
Yeah,
it again.
it gets dangerous though. It gets really dangerous because the map is not supposed to speed up this quickly. So it just once the bike hits a wall, it just immediately you're braked. It sucks.
Yeah.
You can't stop the dash.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like, this is not a real hard stage to know. It's just you got to really invoke memorization. It is what it is. Like, you know, every time you play this stage, you're mostly gonna like the whole point of it is you're eventually gonna remember where you're going to want to do your dashes, your overall jumps. Oh, come on!
Yeah. Just like that, yeah.
Yeah,
If you
just like that.
if you time it a bit too early, you could get stuck at the last one. That last one kills a lot of runs, TBH.
Yeah. The reason
Yeah,
I
so-
slowed down, though, is because normally that setup prevents me from dying there, but I guess marathon luck just struck today. I've been having that for a while now. I don't get it.
I mean, also just a side note that even though this is not a fighting game, that thing has recovery frames, so you can't instantly move after you land it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You could also kind of compare it to Smash Bros, where if you don't L cancel, you get a lot of recovery frames at the end.
Exactly.
We're
Just like
finally
that,
out of
since we
there.
already collected the item, we didn't have to go through the top section anymore, so we could play it safe the second time around.
Yeah, that's the nicer thing about it. Otherwise, yeah, it's not a problem if your run is mostly going to take a thorn to the side or an arrow to the knee from Jet Stingray. That just tends to happen. I knew he was going to do that. Of course he was.
Yeah,
Same.
the
Yep,
startup,
same.
yeah!
Yeah!
So yeah, can you explain right here, like why you would sometimes switch between the Frost Tower and the Nova Strike?
Yeah, it's despite Frost Tower being his weakness, it just tends to be one of those things where we don't like dealing with the iframes that he suddenly gets from the weakness hitting him. So just it's like Chill Penguin to that same reason. It's why you don't usually see runners hitting him with Fire Wave in X1.
Yeah.
The X4 weaknesses are a little bit more concerning too, because not only it gives extended like iframes. Like if you hit Green Cyclone against Dragoon, not only does he like have iframes, but he has to jump across the map or you can hit him again. So
Yeah.
it's just one of those things in X4 like
It
there's
just takes forever.
there's other than it's more than just extended iframes.
The good thing about this normally is that in the case of Dragoon, if you're doing the typical 100% route, you know, you're not really going to have the weakness by then, so that's one thing. But
Yeah.
if you're doing this via the any percent route, which you usually fight Dragoon third, third. I should know this. I'm mostly an any percent runner. Then by that point, you already have the Stock Buster from Storm Owl's stage. And luckily, because Dragoon's iframes are so fast in between hits, faster than just about any Maverick in this game, then the fact that he jumps across the side of the room usually gives you enough time to charge up a full set of 4 stocks, so that when you get to hit him next, it's not like you'll have to worry about getting hit in the process. So at least it gives a sense of relief in that regard. That's a rare example, by the way, of me accepting the fact that sometimes you see those health robots spawn if X is, or 0 for that matter, is not doing too hot, and they can be pretty convenient. Otherwise, they're just a little extra because, you know, the game likes to pause itself when you collect a health pickup. Traditional
Yeah,
game
another
design.
Another side note for this stage is that this entire stage is actually on a rotation. So you like how seen how like the train exits. There's a thing called fast train where if you end it perfectly, it actually ends the stage 3 seconds early. So it actually there is other benefits to moving fast sometimes.
Yeah.
Pretty
if
much.
any of you guys have ever seen that Mario video where they talk about like the bus analogy, that's pretty much it.
What? Like
if you-
the analogy where it's like waiting for a bus?
Yeah. Is that what it pretty much is?
I think so. Except I'm more used to hearing Mr. Cab saying that during Mega Man 8. Shout out to Cab, by the way. Very, very wonderful homie of the Mega Man community in general. And X. He does play X, I forgot.
Yeah, the homie.
So, yeah, there's really not much else to this stage at the moment. We're just gonna make board... Right, we're gonna make board. Good grammar, Steve. Good grammar. We're gonna
10 out
board
of 10.
another train and then get to Beast himself. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, guys, you gotta know that when there's something like, if you gotta know just any simple fact about myself, I like trains.
All right, then. We got Sonic from Walmart.
Sonic
Do
from
we have a
Walmart.
train enthusiast here? Because I also am a train enthusiast.
Yes, let's go Insta.
Well, hey, we've got 2 train enthusiasts in the chat. I can talk forever about trains, but I'm not going to because it's Mega Man X4 that people are here to watch. So
Yeah, it's not Mega Man X Train.
exactly.
I got to
Right,
show off
continue.
the funny fall animation, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah, when you hit Slash Beast with the ground hunter, he kind of just trips over.
Like a
It's
banana peel
beautiful.
Mario Kart.
Hardest boss, by the way. That is the hardest boss.
It's
He
the
could
only boss
actually
with
be
a
a bit of
parry.
a problem on a Zero campaign because the weaknesses for Zero, some of the techniques he gets from some of the bosses just don't act as actual techniques as compared to what X gets. Like for instance, one of the cases is I believe an attack boost that turns the saber purple, and then there's the double jump and air dash. So they had to like, Capcom had to sort of rethink how some of the weaknesses work, and you would wonder how that plays out for Web Spider. It doesn't.
Yeah, he's never on the ground.
So funny thing about the Nova Strike, in terms of the staircase sections here for Split Mushroom, it's actually faster to go against the staircase rather than do the dash jumps. It's pretty funny because nobody would normally think about this, but in the Ultimate Armor run, it makes perfect sense, and that's all there really is to it. I mean, walking up the stairs, it's good exercise, but we certainly don't need to be slow about it here. I don't think so anyway. Split Mushroom does not deserve my time loss.
This is my favorite stage. I love this section.
Oh yeah, it's great. It may be a pretty vertical stage overall, but it's still a great stage, I would agree. Also, just a banger theme, too. I love the music, if it wasn't obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Okay, we're gonna do a cool skip, though. I'm gonna hope that I don't botch it. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
this lets us.
You got it.
They're awesome. So yeah, this basically lets us skip the mid boss right here because we basically unlock the camera. We can just go past right it.
And Zero cannot do this trick, so
Yeah, unfortunately. Like, it would be cool if he could. Like, that's the weird part. For as cool of a trick as X has in his run, Zero isn't Zero technically a little faster? Like, just by
Yeah.
a smidge? Yeah. It's understandable as to why, though. Like, very, very clearly so. Also, life up on the top view thingamajig. You have to let the platform crumble down. Gurren Lagann drills up above. Don't let them drill you to the pits below. I feel like
This
this
right
section
here-
would be complete with elevator music, by the way.
Yeah, this is just an auto scroller right here. But what's really fun is at the end of this elevator section, you just try to race yourself all the way to the boss room before the camera stops scrolling, or rather when the elevator stops, because you can the boss fights and floors like locking up can't really start until like everything finishes.
There we go.
yep.
I know you. I know there was a slightly infamous moment on your end, Ultra, at one point or another involving that. So I'm glad I was able to avenge you there.
Oh yeah, you can get squished pretty easily doing that.
It took me a long time to get this trick down, really, so no shame if anybody ever, like, has a slight bit of issue with it. Oh, so now we have Car Ranger Dapu Mushroom, as I like to call him, because Split Mushroom's voice actress is actually known for having voiced the character in, Genso... Frick, well, I can't remember the full title name, but if you're familiar with Power Rangers Turbo's source material Car Ranger, the voice actress for Split Mushroom is also known for voicing Dapu, and funnily enough, or oddly enough rather, she never really did a whole lot of roles after the fact. Like, if you go to her credits page on things like behind the voice actor, you won't really see a lot, not even anywhere near close to modern roles. And it's a shame, too, because I always thought she was so good. So I wonder what happened, honestly.
Maybe she was just satisfied. After
Maybe.
all, being Split Mushroom is pretty cool. Speaking of voices, you know, a lot of games that you speedrun, I mean, like, you know, you speedrun is like, you know, played in Japanese because, you know, there's less text. But for X4, you actually would like to speedrun the English version because the Japanese version has little bits of voice clips that play before the fights. With the English version, none of those clips play, so it saves some time.
So now, welcome to Storm Owl. Yeah, you're probably used to seeing him in the first stage of the Mavericks, but in Ultimate Armor, we apparently decided that the optimal route has him go last. So, for what it's worth, it's not the worst thing, considering that now that we have all these weapons and the best suit of the game, we can hopefully make short work of him. I say hopefully because he can still be a jerk as per the per capita birds are jerks and... Wait, did you just see what happened to the ride armor there?
Yeah! I never seen that! Yeah,
That's never happened before. Wow.
I mean, he's just chilling.
Wait, did that ever happen to any of you guys?
No!
No, right?
I mean, I had a bunch of things happen, so what is bro doing?
Plastic spikes every time. It gets everybody in every speedrun.
Yeah, I totally forgot to set up the weapon too. So that's on me.
Because normally the ride armor like just stops moving by the time you do the transition. But
there we go.
For some reason it like went all the way off the screen and just fell.
There we have it. That was a nice early hit. So this fight is pretty painful because those laser bots usually take 2 hits, equivalent of 2 pea shooter hits, but otherwise we try, in any percent or 100%, we try to like have a bunch of stock shots or webs to fire at it constantly, whereas here just using Nova is perfectly fine. Alright.
I know we were talking about I know we were talking about voices earlier. One fun fact about X4 is that it has the same voice actor as Mega Man 8.
Yes.
Regular X and regular Mega Man are voiced by the same person. And Duo is voiced by the same person for Zero.
Yeah, Duo is Zero was a very interesting choice to say the least. Alright, come on, Owl. Alright, so he's not quite... I guess I'm like messing up my position ever so slightly, but that's the nice thing about Owl in the Ultimate Armor run, is that because you get to use Nova Strike to your leisure, the shield break technique that I was employing on Owl's iframes, it becomes a lot more manageable than in most other scenarios. So yeah, it's all about knowing how far away you have to be and just positioning it just right, so that you'll get the most damage out of him as he's recovering from the stun, especially from the likes of Aiming Laser, which I would definitely recommend using to learn this trick first, and then go into the definitely harder version where most people would have to adapt on the fly using the stock shot. Now this is actually one of the cooler stages of the game. We are now in the late game, but Spaceport is also probably one of the, like, I guess you could say it was an omen that for most people, they eventually started to realize that the rest of the game is flying by the seat of the pants. And yet, for Spaceport, that's not too terrible. I would say it's almost just the right length for what it is, because we just learned that Repliforce, the people, the group that we've been fighting this whole time, has been setting off into space now, and we got to try to put a stop to that launch. So it makes sense in the fact that we're trying to move as fast as possible. Like, it kind of fulfills the emergency experience.
With that being said, goodbye to the banger, because that is the first time something happened in the first, let's say, Wily Maverick stage-ish.
Yeah, I guess, when you think about it.
Afterwards, you get another song for the rest of the game.
Oh, there's a ground wave!
Yeah. We don't usually see Ground Slash all that much. Or Ground Crush, I believe it was. I can't even remember.
Oh, yeah,
for the
Ground
life
Crush.
of me.
I know people say ground slash or ground crush. I say ground crush.
Yeah, it's Ground Crush. I remember it. Yeah.
The last time I saw that, I was 10 or so.
Shout out to Matthew Mearsbergen, by the way, the voice of Swordman from Mega Man 8.
Yep. That's what Colonel does. Yeah.
It's nothing
Also,
personal.
Roll and Iris
He
are
has his
voiced.
orders.
Roll and Iris are voiced the same by a person too. I think they were like. I think the voices were recorded in the same studio or something. I don't know.
Was. Actually, I think it was recorded within the same session, if I remember what Ruth said in an interview, like maybe a few years back from now. I can't believe it's been that long ago. So, what do you get when you have a rookie
You're gonna
Maverick
get
Hunter?
hurt, X.
He called it.
I always try to guess. Sorry. I always try to guess what he says.
I was gonna say, what happens when you get a rookie Maverick Hunter who suddenly appears out of nowhere and you're suddenly starting to question why he's called Double? That happens. He's a double agent is the answer, or something like that.
Oh, that's actually cool.
Surprise.
His hurt sprite, like when he's falling.
Yeah. We don't usually get to see that all that often. We usually try to keep him to the ground, of course.
Yeah, because he's always, you always see like his kneeling sprite, not too much like his hurt on the air sprite.
All right. Final weapon 2. So technically this would be considered the area 2 of the stage that we were just in, I guess. Oh my goodness. Thank you, hover boots. And then the reason though that this is kind of important is because both the stage that we were in, if you want to even call it that, and this one, they're both short attack.
Oh, you saved it! Wow, that was scary.
Nice.
Abandoned ship.
I am running on low % alcohol and high % adrenaline right now.
That's crazy. Also, welcome to RNG City.
Also, Capcom can't spell. If you see how right there.
General.
Yeah.
My fate is sealed.
I have no choice.
No choice.
That's right. Yep.
That's such
I
a
love
bad
that
voice
one so much, even though it takes the longest. Oh god.
It was our destiny to fight.
Show me your true power. The voice acting in this game is a gem. I won't let anyone say otherwise. It's a shame because I feel like this is probably just a rumor and all that, but I feel like I remember once hearing that with the original Mega Man X collection for PS2 and GameCube, there might have been plans to use the Blue Water Studio crew from X8 and Command Mission to redub the PS1 games, and yet I think that instead went into Maverick Hunter X for PSP. Don't quote me on that because I can't exactly remember, but man, to hear Lucas Gilbertson as Zero in an official sense would have been great. Luckily, he managed to redub the cutscene, the famous cutscene on his own, and if you want to hear it, I forget where you got to go to find it, but it exists. Trust me.
That actually sounds really cool. I'll have to
That
see
sounds
this
cool.
for myself.
But the original is always going to be. Mwah.
You know, just iconic. Yeah,
Yeah.
the original is always going to be iconic no matter what.
At least X knows what he's playing for.
Web Spider again. I do not like this guy still. Spiders are cool, except only when outside. Never inside.
The cool thing about this spider is that I don't know if we said it during.
There we go!
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Let's
Oh.
go!
Is it gonna get it though? Yes, sir. Yeah. So the cool
Yeah,
thing
but he
about
has to go on the
spiders,
second phase.
yeah. So the reason it works is spider doesn't like to take damage when he goes up into his tree, and so when he's in the tree when he took damage, he has no iframes. That's why it works. Because if he takes damage, the iframes no longer appear anymore until he comes back down. That's why you can hit him for every frame.
Oh, Chair, you slayed me.
Yeah, no,
that was so
that
hype.
was good. Yeah.
Like the damage was so huge. It just feels so nice seeing that huge red bar just like going down.
Yep.
The best part about that, though, if you get it right, is there's a partial chance of glitching out the health bar if you deal enough damage to Web Spider in that vulnerable state. It's the best thing ever.
He's swimming.
Oh.
Yeah, he's swimming. And
Oh,
there's
right.
also the other glitch with Web Spider where if you do a charge shot with the Twin Slasher,
Oh, yeah.
you could get him. Yeah, you could get soft lock because he just teleports all over the stage and there's nothing
Yeah,
else.
we
that
have
can be
to
done.
wait for him to go all the way up after his intro animation, otherwise that's gonna happen. They're the worst. That's the worst run killer ever. Wait, I think that's Owl. I picked the wrong weapon.
Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, that's Owl.
Yeah, it's
Go
out.
figure.
The funny thing with I don't know if this was mentioned, but the funny thing with this is in English. The Japanese one is longer because you know how like the fights start right away. They're supposed to actually talk. The Japanese like they actually have voice actors, so they talk for like they have like this long intro every time, so it's like 5 seconds each time.
Oh, there we go!
Yeah. Yep.
That's so cool.
I feel
Perfect
pretty
timing.
cool about that one. Where somebody fetch me a pair of sunglasses, hurry!
There we go. Yep. Owl doesn't have iframes. He just has to generate the shield. But if he can't generate the shield, then you can just keep hitting him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Alright.
there's still a few bosses that do have the voices, like Double and
Yeah.
General.
Yeah.
He has
Yeah, like the big
Anybody that
ones.
got dubbed, had their little intro lines kept in, so that's why the Mavericks don't. There's a total video talking about like what happened between both versions of the games, so to speak. Like, there's a comparison video showing you all the stuff that you would be missing out on. For instance, Cyber Peacock has no mid-battle lines, whereas in Rockman X4 he does. And even more interesting is that once you actually get to hear what he sounds like, then you'll realize that his Japanese voice is the same guy that does Web Spider.
Oh wow! Oh my gosh!
It's not even that hard to tell. It's the worst part.
I would have never guessed Web Spider.
Oh yeah, Slash
Here we
Beast's
go.
intro animation is a little different because now we're no longer on the train, and I'm just gonna show what happens when we normally fight him. Here's an even nicer tip and trick. You can have those little projectiles shoot out of the ground hunter as long as you're pressing up or down. So it took me a while to fully realize that. I just thought it was random or something.
Yeah.
You know what? Hang on. We gotta. If we're gonna fight Mushroom, I gotta do the thing.
Oh,
We're gonna
what
do the thing.
I'm scared.
Ow, 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 ow! Yeah! Yeah! Ow, 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 ow! Yeah!
But yeah, you guys could see that the reason why we don't do this is because the animation has to play out and it takes a bit longer.
The funny thing
always
is, this is still a straight 100%. So if you want to do this, go 100%.
There you go.
For the fans.
For the fans. So I guess it's worth explaining why I had so much trouble inputting the code at first for y'all. A quick word of the wise that I am running this off of emulator, hence why we also have the audio stuff going on. So this is being done on PCSXR, but the only thing about this is because I was mapping my controls and because the game wasn't quite operating off of, I guess the DualShock format, my D-pad actually wasn't binded. I'm using my left joystick to move X. So that's how I botched the code. I had it right this whole time. I just forgot that the D-pad wasn't active. So I'm sorry, Insta. That it is truly unacceptable.
Yeah, that totally makes sense now. I actually thought you switched one of the buttons around.
No, it really wasn't. Oh, man.
Here we go, the last Maverick.
And it's where we started, funnily enough. So, let's get it.
Starts with Peacock, it ends with Peacock.
I still can't believe he and Spider share a voice, by the way. Oh yeah, fun. Some of you might have noticed, by the way, the look at the boss health bar for Peacock. You'll notice that the icon is not quite the logo of the Repliforce. Something completely different. This is also seen in Dragoon
Split
and
Mushroom
as well. I wonder what it is, though.
Yeah, I wonder.
I feel like that's somewhat familiar. Wait, it can't possibly be.
It's the Grim Reaper!
Well, gee whiz, water is wet and the sky is blue, and once again, Sigma was behind the whole plot.
At least he's not X-Men this time.
Oh yeah. It's not X-Men, but the Grim Reaper instead.
It's the Grim Reaper? That's crazy.
Is that the Grim Reaper?
I love you guys.
Uh-oh. Why you fumble? You can see it. Sure you can.
Oh yeah, dude, like that does so much
Are
damage.
you ready for round 2?
Round 2.
Yeah, that's the only weapon that actually damages Grim Reaper or Sigma, by the way. You can't hit him with anything else.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why Buster only is annoying.
So yeah, one thing that you need to know is you kind of want to have the scythe go towards the wall, and he does that laser eye instead of setting up boomerangs.
The boomerang is the worst.
Yes, the boomerangs you can't destroy, and they sit there on screen for a half hour.
Huge mouse jump scare, by the way.
Are you ready for your final journey?
Final journey.
Alright,
no
know
space
the
dust?
end, please.
So, the end is the best thing he could say, you guys. So that means more X4 for you guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you want about it?
All right, here it comes. Are we gonna get it?
I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. Oh, come
Yep.
on!
Oh, wow.
He knows when it's a marathon. He knows.
He's watching the stream.
I gotta give a shout out though to there's this one Mega Man X fan game which sort of takes a sort of Mega Man Extreme approach with the graphics and starts right off with the refight of X4, the final boss here. I believe it was called Innocent Impulse, and the game actually goes out of the way with the added dialogue to mention that Sigma has integrated himself with the final weapon space station. So that's literally why he looks like an Eldritch Horror in this form, as well as his gunner form being, like, specifically attached to a wall. Of course he's doing it again!
Oh my gosh! It's all the ends!
Well, you know what? I gotta say, this has been nothing but a wild ride, and I'm at the very least appreciative of the fact that we are just having a blast with it all. So thank you so much for joining me for this X4 run. Again, this is just such a wonderful game to show off. and I'm grateful
And
to
here we
have
go!
had the opportunity here at InstaSpeedathon. So time will be coming up once we lose control of X. That won't be necessarily now, but once we get into the final room and do one last short set of platforming, then that is going to be time.
Time! Let's go!
Woo!
So I
Jeez.
will say, one other thing I forgot to do, by the way, was I forgot to change the splits from that of what I used with the X Legacy Collection and set it up for the base game, because for those that do not know, the leaderboard between the OG game and the Legacy Collection, oh my god. Hello?
Nice.
Oh, my favorite cutscene.
Oh, there, there!
There it is.
Hang on. Okay, wait. We're gonna watch this for Ultra's sake.
Yeah, we gotta hear the Mega Man 8 voice.
Oh.
Ah!
I love this so much.
This is Maverick Hunter Headquarters.
Zero.
It's good to see you're safe, X. I was really worried about you.
Sorry.
About that.
Don't worry. It's all over. Go home and rest. You've earned it.
But Zero,
What if I become
what?
one of the Mavericks?
What if I become one of the Mavericks?
Don't ask a silly question. I'm breaking contact now.
Wait, Zero! I'm serious. Zero, if I become a Maverick, you have to take care of me.
Don't be ridiculous. Now hurry on back.
Oh my god.
It went
it's
out of
forced.
sync.
Promise me.
Zero.
0.
that's-
I just want to give a very warm shout out though to Studio Jebek, who was the animator for the anime cutscenes in this game, Mega Man 8, and all things anime related to Mega Man for the longest time since then. And it is such a damn shame that their studio closed down in 2019. I believe what was left of it is now a production company, like a part of Production IG, I believe. But I will always remember them for making the Battle Network anime, which was my very start into the Mega Man series proper. So, thank you so much for all your contributions. This game is loved for all the right and wrong reasons, but yours was one of the right reasons. So, I guess we'll do some quick shout-outs before we get going, because I know I've kept everyone a little bit longer than intended. No thanks, no short part without technical difficulties. Grammar is easy. Oh yeah, sound effect. More rich. I love that one.
More rich!
But yeah, shout out to the Mega Man X speedrunning community, where if you would like to learn any of the X games, including the side titles and other stuff surrounding the X franchise, just check out MegaManLeaderboards.net, or I think it's .net anyway, and then you'll find an About tab that sends you links to all the different Mega communities. We love having new people join. You know, we are more than welcome to teach y'all a thing or two about the speedruns themselves. I want to give a shout out to Yato, who I met last year in Sweden. Such a really, really swell guy, and I'm grateful that you decided to take up becoming an X speedrunner. It's great to have a Mega Man buddy in you, my good guy. Ultra for inspiring me to pick up this game at his I believe it was Awesome Games Done Quick 2018, where he did X 100%, and of course Chair and Voxandra for their Slurpathon Race of Zero, which was such a good watch, and I seriously recommend you all check it out. It was great. Thank you all so much for inspiring me in many ways.
Good run, man.
GG.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dude, thank you. I'm actually surprised that you always keep that run on your heart.
What can I say? You keep your friends close no matter what. If you'd like to follow me, I'm TempestMask1000 on Twitch, YouTube. I got a Twitter at it's Tempest Steve and a Blue Sky for Tempest Mask. I don't stream very often. My schedule is pretty erratic, but I try to post on socials whenever I am able to just do live stuff. And you know, your company is more than appreciated. Perfectly optional, but more than appreciated. Insta, thank you so much for having me. As always, your events are pretty cool. Oh shoot, I forgot something. Let me quickly grab it.
Oh,
Ta-da! The InstaSpeedathon
Well, hey!
2023 badge.
oh
The
wow.
InstaSpeedathon 2023 badge. Yeah, so those are from obviously last year because I bought them for last year and I didn't buy any this year because I still had loads of 2023 badges left. So yeah.
Oh my.
If anyone's in the InstaSpeedathon Discord, though, there will be a chance for anyone who wants one to get one, to purchase one if they want one. So there is a chance if people are on Discord, then you can buy a badge if you want one. You don't have to have been a runner. You can just purchase a badge if you really want one. There's a channel about it as well if anybody wants to buy one. Just a little plug there as well for anyone who's in the InstaSpeedathon Discord if you want to buy a badge.
Absolutely. And one final thing, by the way. That's technically a PB because I ran this on the original game, and I don't think I did Ultimate Armor on the original game yet. So there you go.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I guess he can submit something now.
Thank you for
That's
having me,
also-
everybody. This has been a pleasure, and until we next meet, ciao, Michi.
Thank you very much, TempestMask, for that run. Well, the IGT time here, not IGT time, sorry, RTA time here was 48:58. So thank you everybody for who's taken part so far. We are going to turn off now the stream because it is now 9 o'clock and we've had our last run of the day. So we're going to be back again tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock in the morning tomorrow. We're bright and early for Ratchet Deadlock or Ratchet Gladiator if you're British, like me, or Welsh, I should say. I'm Welsh. I like calling myself Welsh. That's unimportant though. But yeah, so we've got Ratchet Deadlock or Ratchet Gladiator, however you remember it. That's tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning. And then we've also got Jurassic Park Part 2, The Chaos Continues. Tomorrow afternoon. So be sure to tune in for them as well. Tomorrow they are the last two runs of the marathon before we close off another chapter in the InstaSpeedathon book, I guess. But yeah, so I will go over to the interval in just a moment to say my little goodbyes, and so be sure to stick around for a bit, and then I will be back. So thank you, TempestMask, for the run, and we'll see you again soon.